In my chapter, I just try to focus on the stuff that I've seen that really works down in the trenches in organizations that are moving through the change process. For the last 20 years, I've traveled 200 to 230 days a year worldwide, helping companies from Apple and GE, Qualcomm, IBM, Coca-Cola, all the way down to brand new startups and everything in between move through the change process. What I've seen is, especially right now, organizations are overwhelmed by the velocity of change. And I did a presentation for some folks at Apple a couple years ago where I shared with them the idea that to be successful in the new normal, you must have nimbleosity. That's being nimble with velocity. And if you're good at it, you're nimbolicious. So I talk about that in the chapter about what it takes to be nimbolicious, to have nimbleosity. I also go into what I think are the 6 essential steps that must be done effectively if you're going to have any chance of having a successful change process. It's based a lot on Kotter's work, but to me, there's a lot of moving parts and elements in any change initiative. But to me, if you don't nail these 6 and you don't do them well and you don't plan them out, you don't have everybody on board, it doesn't matter if you do everything else well, these 6 will either make or break the change initiative. I also talk in my chapter about something I think is essential to running a successful change program, which is successful execution. I've been teaching a class on strategy and strategic thinking at the Wharton School of Business for about 14 years now. And one of the things that I see is a huge problem in most strategic planning initiatives is they don't spend an equal amount of time on strategic execution. So in my chapter, I directly address what I think are the 5 keys to creating a culture of high accountability. So that once you come up with your great change plan, your change process, and you've got everybody bought in, that you actually execute the plan effectively with high levels of both personal and mutual accountability across the entire organization. Let's be real honest with each other. Change is an incredibly challenging proposition for most organizations. People who perceive the change as negative go through the same emotional states as if someone close to them had passed away. This is a tough hurdle to get over. It is hard to run an effective change process. So in my chapter, I just tried to share with you 3 or 4 key ideas that I think are fundamental to making sure that you set yourself up for the highest potential of success possible.